Hello? Am I audible, ma'am?
You may go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, you are audible.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Shraddha. So that was
Thank you,
Professor
ma'am.
Shraddha Chavan from a college. I would now like to invite our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Shafi, to introduce the college, to speak about our college. Dr. Veda. Dr. Badati, are you there? Dr. Shubhada Apte, are you there? Are you present? Yes, she is present. So now I would like to invite Dr. Shubhada Apte to introduce our college to the audience.
Good morning, ma'am.
Dr. Shubhada Apte, am I audible to you?
Shubhada ma'am, your voice is muted, I think.
We can't hear you at all. Dr. Shubhada Apte. Shraddha, please go ahead with it.
Shubhada ma'am, your mic is muted, I think. Okay, ma'am is joining from laptop. We'll just give 2 minutes.
Yes, she's joining from. Kindly cooperate, dear participants. And bear with us.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, I welcome again the invited speaker, Dr. Bedkar sir. I also welcome director of the institution, Kurade sir. I welcome our principal madam, Dr. Sushmita Dakshini, Dr. Caroline David, head of the Department of Economics, Professor Shraddha Chavan, coordinator of self-finance courses, for today's webinar on intellectual property rights and patent filing. Let me introduce you in short about our institution. Our college, Sanskar Surgeon Education Societies, DTSS College of Commerce, Autonomous, was established in 1984. It owes the origin to the tireless efforts of its founder, late Shri Dhirubhai Shah. Today we have multiple academic courses. BCom regular, BCom in banking insurance, BCom in accountancy finance, BCom in management studies, BSc IT, MCom in management, MCom in accountancy, MSc IT, MPhil. The college also has PhD centers for commerce, accountancy, business economics and philosophy. The college caters to the academic needs of more than 4,000 students. The development of the college was helmed by dynamic principal Dr. M.S. Kurade. He was principal from 2004 to 2019. Since 2019, Dr. Sushmita Dakshini, a capable and proficient principal, is running the institution. In the year 2020-21, the college got autonomous status. And we implemented the autonomy from the year 21-22 in a progressive manner. The college has designed fresh programs and courses. Also, we have redesigned the existing programs for the optimum benefit of our students. We are also having or planning to launch the 2 new programs from the coming academic year, that is BCom Honors and BSc in Data Science, to customize the needs of the day and the requirement of our students. The college has also developed 20 short-term courses to enhance the skill sets of our students. To accommodate to the new changes assured by the autonomy, the college is rapidly expanding and upgrading its infrastructure and facilities. A new building is coming up to keep pace with the expansion. This is a very brief introduction of our college. Now I hand over to our beloved principal, Dr. Sushmita Dakshini, to take the program ahead. Principal madam is there.
In the present era of digitalization, intellectual property rights plays an important role in trade. Today we stand the risk of ideas getting stolen without a consent. So IP crimes have become a part and parcel of our lives. Today thousands of companies rely on adequate protection of their patents, trademarks and copyrights, while customers make use of IP to ensure that they purchase secured goods. An IP therefore offers a security and protection to businesses. From morning till evening, we come across intellectual properties. We use sleep-well mattresses, have a cup of Tata tea, wear Nike shoes, eat Britannia bread, drink Nescafe, watch Sony TV in the evening. So these properties are protected by the copyright and trademark. So without companies' consent, duplication, alteration, and illegal duplication of these objects is a serious offense. Therefore, knowledge of IPR is needed. So today we have an authority who is going to speak on IPR and patents filing. We have Dr. Bedkar, Principal of Shri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Orsa. Sir, on behalf of management, staff, students of Sanskar Sarjan Education Society's DTSS College of Commerce, and all the academicians who are attending this webinar, I welcome you. It is an honor and privilege privileged to have sir with you. Today, I introduce you to the audience. Dr. Bedkar is presently serving as the principal of Sri Kumar Swami Vidyalaya, Orsa. Sir has nearly 30 years of teaching experience. He has given 200 talks on patent systems in India and NAC processes. Sir has presented and published nearly 50 papers at national and international level. And that's not enough. He has also been on an editorial board of 6 international journals. He has written a book on SSR preparations. He has also been a keynote speaker at the international conference at Singapore in 2018. Sir has been awarded in 2021 by SRTM University with the Best Principals Award. Sir is also an avid, you can say, reader and a researcher. He is a research supervisor, and he has also guided the students. His efforts have won him the gold medal at the Avishkar state level inter-university competition in 2013. Sir has been awarded with the Principal of the Year by IASR Kolkata. He has also been awarded with the Best Teachers Award in 2018. And he has given the speeches on radio. And Sir holds the record of organizing nearly 350 webinars last year. I welcome you once again, sir, to the webinar on IPR and patent filing. And now I hand over the webinar to Dr. Bedkar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, respected resource person, madam. I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the warm welcome and introducing your college and a nice introduction of me by you. I am very happy here to share my knowledge on patent filing and awareness about the patent with the Autonomous Institute. It's my privilege to join here on this virtual platform. So, DTS College of Commerce Autonomous Mumbai organizing this webinar. Department of Economics is organizing a webinar on one-day national level webinar on this intellectual property as patent filing. With the organizing committee members, Honorable Dr. M.S. Kurdate sir, Director of this institute. I will meet with him. And Dr. Susmita Dikshani ma'am, in charge principal of this college, also the head of Department of Economics and FC convener of this organizing member, Dr. Calvin David ma'am. Just introduced the college IQC coordinator Dr. Subhada Apte madam, Dr. Khatib sir, Mrs. Shraddha Chavan, Farin Zahir Kurisi madam, and all the faculties of this college and all the joined from other college and the students of this college joining here. Also all the faculty joined from out of Maharashtra. Today, I would like to know. I would like to say something about the Carolyn David ma'am. Just you have said that we have run the webinar series of more than 300 webinars last year, and its proud thing is that we have invited Dr. Carolyn David madam to act as a subject expert. Every day he concludes our webinar, and it was the great contribution and help to us in last year. And in this year also she is going to join here as a subject expert, and because of that only I am doing this college. So she joined last year. So it's a proud thing for us and a nice collaboration with this autonomous college, with our college. I would like to share the knowledge next in 1 hour on the patents and patent filing. I have filed more than I have filed 7 patents, and I am holding also for that. It's my uh, thing to share the knowledge on that. I would like to share my the screen. If in between there is interruption in mic or sound system, please inform me on phone, because I am not visible to you now and afterwards. I am sharing all my full screen, that's why. Screen is visible to everybody? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now let us go towards the objective of this presentation. And it was nicely introduced by our principal that how patent and intellectual properties are important in our field. So every program should have an objective, and today's my objective is to know the patents, intellectual properties and intellectual property rights. Means we have to know about the what are the intellectual properties, what are the right associated with that. This was the first objective. And second objective is to know the process of filing patents. Once we know that what are the intellectual properties, what are the rights, then we can go toward the process, knowing the process of filing the patents. And thirdly, to aware on IPRs in commerce stream. Means this is the DTS college, commerce college, and everyone or every person thinks that the patent is related to only the faculties from science and all these things. No faculties from commerce or art, commerce and art can file the patent or can file the IPRs, but it's wrong thing. Everyone can file, and the mission of the India is to file more patent, to file intellectual property rights from not only the institutes of those who are the R&D, research and development national institutes, but it should be the mission to file the patents to aware all the citizens, including students from high school or junior college, senior college and everything. So that it should be a create, and objective of my presentation is to know aware the IPRs in commerce through this also. Let us see what I am going to explain in next 1 hour. Let us we see what are IPRs, what are the types of IPRs or groups of IPRs, what are the infringement, what is a patent, what is patent filing, what are useful websites, what are the examples of the patent, and some news about the patents, how patent is used or filed in the commerce. So this is the scan of my the next 1 hour webinar, and what are the useful websites for filing the patent, also the what are the benefits from the patent or intellectual property. So let us see one by one. Now let us see on the screen. One person is thinking, and one letter is written by me is I, and there is a picture of a electric bulb. So intellectual property rights, IPR. In the word IPR, I is the first letter, and what is I? I is the intellectual thinking of a mind. Since every person thinks intellectually every time and everywhere, so that if some person is thinking to form intellectually to create a anything, intellectual thing or anything, innovative thing, then that is the intellectual thinking. It is the intellectual thinking of that mind. It is the meaning of the intellectual thinking, one letter I. Now let us go to the next letter IP. In the word IPR, First letter is I, second is IP. What is IP? IP is the intellectual property. Intellectual property came from intellectual thinking of a mind, that is the intellectual property. And third, what happens if someone forms an innovative intellectual property? Then what happens before the registration? It someone can stolen your knowledge, someone can use your technology without consent of you or without permission of you. I just principal said the same thing. So that before any registration of the intellectual property, these things happens, and we cannot have the rights of that intellectual property. So we have to register such intellectual property, and once we register that intellectual property, then no one can stolen your knowledge, no one can use the idea, no one can use your equipment without the consent or the permission of you. So that what are IPR? IPR are the intellectual property rights which are given to the author or innovator after creations of mind, after registration of that property. Registration is most important. So IPR comes into force after registration of the intellectual property. Now I think IPR is cleared now. Let us go ahead. What are the groups of intellectual properties? Since there are two types of properties, one is physical property and other is intangible property. So first is intangible property. Since property is related to the money, so how intellectual property can be converted into money or cash, that will be an important one. So intellectual property nowadays is that one music or thinking or any innovative idea in your mind or a book of a theme of a book. So it is, we cannot touch it. So it is the intellectual property nowadays. Now what is the tangible property? It is the motor, bike or any equipment. So there are two groups of intellectual properties, and nowadays intangible property is more leading in the money transaction than the tangible property. So after seeing the groups of the intellectual properties, let us go ahead for seeing the types of intellectual properties. What are the types of intellectual properties then? Let us see one by one. Let us see the first, trademark. What is trademark? Trademark is just a pictorial symbol of any company which can market that product in the market with a special brand, and it is related to commerce. Since this college is commerce, so how trademark is commercialized? When one try to form a company, company forms a mark or symbol that is registered in the trademark office. After registration of that trademark office, they can use that trademark as their registered trademark to market their product. And by seeing that monogram or logo, we can just identify that this product is from a particular brand. Just Jack Daniel, Nestle, RK Phillips, that BMW and Amul the Taste of India, all these are the trademarks which are well known to us, and these are different. Means there is no restriction for forming a trademark. Once it is formed, should be registered in the trademark office, and that company or organization can use that trademark as their own, and no one can duplicate this trademark. So this is the first commercialized property or the first intellectual property related to commerce, that is the trademark. Secondly, geographical indications. Second intellectual property is the geographical indication. What is geographical indications? These are the products, may be man-made or may be natural, but these are famous one, and they are having identity of that area or location, and they can be registered as a intellectual property. So Nagpur orange, Basmati rice, Paithani of Paithan, Kullu shal, Nashik valley wine, Tirupati laddu, Kolhapuri chappal, Kanchipuram silk sari, Puneri pagdi. These are words which are well known to us, famous to us, like Basmati rice, and these are the geographical indications filed by our India. So that up till now, Karnataka have filed 625 geographical indications, and Karnataka filed 42, and India overall filed more than 600 geographical indications. So these are the one of the intellectual properties, and once it is registered under the intellectual property, the product goes to the market economy and demand of that market goes on increasing and local economy of that area gets enhanced. At the same time, no one can claim that the product is from other area. So this is the importance of the geographic indication. It is the second intellectual property. Now let us see the third intellectual property. Third intellectual property is the only design, external design, 3D design of any product. It can be proposed as a intellectual property. In the first picture you are seeing that there is a moving structure of an equipment, and it can be registered under design as a special design. And second is the example of ornament. So what are the why these examples are included? Since if you visit to any branded product jewelry, that is PN Gadgil or any Peti, this thing, if you purchase a ornament of 10 gram gold, it should have a price of 50,000 or 55,000, but they charge more than 1 lakh, and we purchase that. Gold is of 50,000, but their making charges are more than 1 lakh. Why this? Because they have registered their design in the intellectual property, and no one can copy this, and no other shop can give the same product to you. So that is the importance of the registration of the designing property, which gives huge benefit to the market. So that this is the third intellectual property, external registration or the external only sketches of that product are the utility design model. Now fourth is the plant builder right. What are the plant builder right? When a agriculture industry or any farmer creates a new seed, breeder of a new variety of plant, including seed cutting, tissue culture, biotechnology, if they form such new variety by using this technique, which can give a more yield, at that time that seed or that plant that can be registered under the plants builder right benefit. So this is the fourth intellectual property. Now see the fifth intellectual property. What is fifth intellectual property? It is the copyright. Copyright is a well-known word to us. When we write something, when we publish something, when we draw some painting, when we write a book, or when we create a video CD, audio CD, or when we develop a model for the app for the mobile or Windows app. So at that time, it comes under the copyright. Means copyright is given to such things, those which are like this audio, video, book, all these things. So copyright is related to such media which is given to that innovator, that author. Now let us see the sixth intellectual property. It is the semiconductor IC layout design. We know that every electronic product is based on the IC, integrated chips, and the chips are unique design, so that they are uniquely functioning to work that equipment. So this is the sixth intellectual property, and this can be patented. Means IC, integrated chips of an intellectual product, can be registered under the intellectual property. Now let us see the seventh intellectual property, that is patent, on which we are giving more explanation about the patent. Now let us see what is the patent. Let us see the definition of the patent. What is patent? Patent is a monopoly right granted to a person or group of persons who has invented a new, novel and useful article. Means we have to invent a new novel knowledge using useful article using this, or it may be improvement of an existing article. Means there is no need to form a new knowledge, but we can improve some existing article also, and also a new process of making an article. If the process is innovative, if the process is new, then we can say that it is the patented. But there is condition is that the article should be capable of industrial application. If it is capable of industrial application, then and then only patent can be granted. So what is patent? It is the right given by the government to the person or the author who has invented, or group of authors, and it may be new or novel, or it may be improvement of existing article. Let us explain about the improvement of an existing article. What is improvement? suppose that since we are knowing that first our car were running on diesel, then petrol, then CNG, now hybrid cars, electrical cars. So all this is the existing improvement in the HT article, and every time engine is designed so that to match that fuel. At that time patent can be granted, so no one can say that it is not new, but it is new because engine is improved to adjust the fuel, new type of fuel. So if there is improvement in the existing article, it can be granted for the patent also. Also new process making of an article. New process making of article means it comes under pharmaceutical industries. Since if someone is preparing a product, suppose that paracetamol tablet or dolo tablet or any medicine by one method, and same company, other company is forming the same product with different process. So process is different, product is same. At that time, if the process is innovative, new, that time patent can be granted. So that what is patent? Patent is just a new or innovative model, useful article. It may be improvement of an existing article, or it may be new process of an article. Then what are the three things required for a patent? First, it should be novelty, there should be inventiveness, and third, it should be utilized. There should be utilities. So these are the three things for filing a patent or for granting a patent. Now, after seeing the definition of the patent, let us see what are the patentable inventions. We have to see what are the patentable inventions. Let us see. A machine, apparatus or other articles which are innovative one, which are new one, they can be filed for the patent. Machines, apparatus or other articles, innovative articles, that can be filed for patent. Secondly, the process or method of synthesis of any product, if it is new, innovative, then it can be filed for a patent. Second thing. And third, the software which is used to run a hardware, that can be filed patent along with that hardware. Not single software can be filed for a patent, it is filed for the copyright only. But if it is used to run an hardware, then along with hardware, that can be patented. And food products, chemicals, medicines or drugs are able to file the patent because these are the new innovative one. When a medicine is formed by the reaction of the 4, 5 or any chemicals, more than one chemicals, then at that time the chemicals which react in those and they form a new innovative product, at that time medicine or drug is defined. So that the food products, chemicals, medicines or drug, they are innovative one, so that they can file for the patent. Now after seeing what can be patented, let us see what cannot be patented. It's more useful to know what can be, what cannot be patented, because if you want to file some patent and it is not patentable, then your exertion goes into waste, your endeavors goes in waste. So to avoid that, let us see what cannot be patented, which are not patentable inventions. Let us see first, known inventions cannot be patentable. Means the knowledge which is existing, the knowledge which is published, the knowledge which all other are knowing, they cannot be published or they cannot be patented. Secondly, the inventions contrary to natural laws, those which are natural, the equipments which are based on such that they have contrary to the natural laws, they cannot be filed for a patent. Thirdly, the patents filed against public ethics and morality, we cannot give the definition of that patent for that. So the patents or equipments which are against public ethics and morality cannot be granted for the patent. And fourth thing is that the equipment which is based on the commercial exploitation of public, it cannot be granted for a patent. Now the fifth thing, the equipments which are harmful to health of human, animal, plant life or to the environment, they cannot be granted for the patent. Since we have to take care of human life, plant life and our environment, so one equipment which is harming to the health of human, animal, plant life or environment, it cannot be granted for the patent. Now discovery of the scientific principles cannot be granted for the patent. Sixth number. And seventh is substance obtained by just admissions. The faculties which are from chemistry side, they can well known that what is the admixture. Admixture means just a mixing. The ingredients are not reacting in between. At that time admixtures are defined. They give new flavor, but they cannot be reacted in between, and these are the substances cannot be granted for the patent. Suppose that if you want to form a lemon juice, at that time you use lemon and then sugar, then some salt and water. So these are mixed together, forms a lemon juice. But someone want to, after preparing that, filter all these things. The chemist can filter all these things, means these are not reacted. So such admixtures having no innovative thing and no innovative product from that, so they cannot be granted for the patent. Number 8, the plant, animals, whole or any part, mean the plants which are existing in nature, the animals which are still existing in nature, they cannot be granted for the patent because there is no of our contribution to form that innovativeness. These are born naturally and these are growing naturally. So we cannot file our patent on a plant existing in the nature and the animal existing in the environment. So, and number 9, method of medical cure. You see that on picture, there is a method of medical cure without an equipment. So these are the things where equipment are not used, but these methods are useful to cure any patient. So such methods of medical cure cannot be patented. They cannot be filed for the patent. But at the same time, the equipments used in the medical side, medical sector, can be filed for the patent. So methods of medical cure cannot filed for the patent. At the same time, method of agriculture or horticulture cultivations are not filed the patent. What the method used for cultivation of an field or any plant, that cannot be filed for a patent. But at the same time, the equipments used in that agriculture sector, horticulture section for cultivation, they can be filed for the patent. Now, number 11, the traditional knowledge cannot be filed the patent. The traditional knowledge, which is existing knowledge, which is came from our generation to generation, that cannot be granted for the patent. And the atomic energy inventions also cannot be granted for the patent. If someone want to file a patent on atomic energy invention, then he or she have to apply to the Atomic Energy Division of Government of India. If they permit, then you can file the patent on atomic energy inventions. After seeing what can be patented, what cannot be patented, let's just see the funny examples of the patents in the next section. Let us see the first example, anti-eating face mask. It's very simple equipment. Means if some doctor prefers to a patient not to eat in between, only 2 times he have to or she have to take his or her food. At that time, this equipment is used. Just anti-eating face mask, just prepare such that there is lock system and no patient can eat without the permission, without opening the lock. So it is a very simple and funny equipment. Why I am giving this example to you? Because there is misunderstanding to all academicians that there is so much huge invention required for filing a patent, but it's not the case, friends. Just you just design a equipment which is useful in our daily life, and that can be applied for the patent. So it is the anti-eating face mask. Second, it is just a funny patent, that patent on back scratching, means this experience can be relieved by the one equipment. If someone is feeling such thing, then he might be thinking that if there is equipment to relieve to me, then at that time one person have filed a patent to relieve on the patent on the back scratching. So it is also funny equipment. It is a daily useful equipment. So there is no need to think more very huge manner to form the patent. Now third example is that it's a simple example of an officer. The officer distributes some work to the colleagues At that time they want to try to avoid their work because of some saying the headache or some the pain in the back or all these things. So at that time that officer created a simple will that is known as the headache will list at work. If someone someone complains about the some pain, so he used to give the treatment with this equipment and he improved all persons and the office efficiency. And this is very simple equipment, it is the funny equipment. Now after seeing few funny examples, we see 1 2 ka 4. 1 2 ka 4 means how one intellectual property, how one product is related to more than one intellectual properties. It is the 1 2 ka 4. Since if someone have invented a equipment known as the digital FM tuner, then it should be registered for 4 intellectual properties at a time, so that it is they get the ownership of that. First of all, the theme of that digital FM tuner is patented. Then design of that external design of that equipment is patented under design. The name Philips, Sony, all these things, it is registered under the trademark. And the music or video you are watching or music listening, that is patented under copyright. So one product is related to multi intellectual properties. We have to file more than one intellectual property rights for product. So this is the 1 2 ka 4. Now let us go ahead towards the filing of a patent. After seeing definition of intellectual properties, what are the intellectual properties, what can be patented, what cannot be patented, and after seeing few examples of the patents, and also by seeing more about the patents filing, we see just towards filing. Let us go towards the filing of the patent. You might be a question in your mind that how patents are filed, and that can be solved in next part. Let us see on screen. One person is writing something, means we have to write the idea of patent which is in your mind as detailed as possible. Means it may be rough, but we have to write every dimension of that possibility of that product. This is the first step. If you want to form a patent on a pen, how long it should be, how the clipping arrangement should be, how the writing pointer should be, how all these aspects you have to write, maybe roughly, but you have to write in detail. Now check the patentability of subject matter. Before filing the patent, we first have to check the patentability of the subject matter. If it is patentable, then we can go ahead. If it is not patentable, then we have to stop there. So the second thing is that we have to check the patentability of subject matter, and if it is confirmed it is patentable, you can go ahead for filing that patent on that idea. If it is confirmed, then and then only you go to file more and more detail with that patent. Now let us see, there are 3 steps before filing a patent. One step is searching, second step is drafting, third step is sending. Let us see one by one what is searching, what is drafting, and what is sending. First thing is that first step is searching. Let us we see when we publish our thesis or any research paper, at that time we find some related research references on the internet or from the library. At that time this searching is used. So before filing any patent, you have to search the most related patent for your idea, so that you have to refer and say that how your product or how your idea is more superior, how it is more new, innovative than the existing idea. So it is the first step of searching on the internet or the literature available. This is the first step, searching. And where to search? I have said to you that we have to search, but where to search? There are 5 search engines which are sufficient to file a patent. First of all, Google Patent Search Engine. Second, USPTO search engine. Third is the Indian Patent Indian Patent Advanced Search System. It is the Indian website. And fourth is the ESPC net. And fifth is the WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. So these are the 5 search engines where you can search your patents, and these are the sufficient to file a patent. These are the free search engines. If someone want to file a patent, he or she can use this website for searching the related patents. Now let us, would like to share an example of pen. For before few days I have searched a word pen on this search engine of US Patent and Trademark Office. Then I got more than 2 lakhs of the titles of the pen. Means the pen which we are using daily, it is patented more than 2 lakhs times. Means we have to think about what are the products which are using daily, how they can be improved, how they can be patented, how we can create an intellectual property for daily using equipment which we are using. Now after seeing the first step, let us see the second step is drafting. What is drafting? Just the writing of that patent in a particular form, techno-legal language available. The form is available or draft. We have to see some related patent. We have to learn that language, and we can draft a patent very easily. As we write our research paper, the same structure is applied for the patent. We have to write some superior language or some techno-legal language, that is the drafting in that structure of given by the patent office. As in the research we write some abstract, then the introduction, then research methodology, then the conclusion, then charts, and lastly the references. So all the format is same as like the our research paper. Now the last part is sending of the patent. We have to send our patent. Then what types of sending process are available now? There are two types of sending process. One is manual and second is e-sending. I don't go more deep. In the picture itself shows that manual sending is just a downloading form, filing the form and sending through courier or post office by attaching a DD of the fees. That is the first manual sending. And second e-sending is you can file your patent without going away from your home. You can work from your home by the website ip.indiaonlinegovernment.in e-filing system. You can file patent from your home, and you can pay also digitally the fee of the patent from your home. So it's very nice thing, or it's very useful thing that we can file the patent from our home or office. There is no need to go away from the home. Now where to submit? You might be having question that where I can submit. There are 4 offices in India where we can submit. First of all Mumbai, second Chennai, third New Delhi, and fourth is Kolkata. So these 4 offices where we cannot send, but we can send for a particular office in judicial area where we are living or where is the address is given. So is the process just a filing of the patent in a particular office. Since you should know that there is no difference for filing the patent in a particular office, but all patents are filed or processed in the Government of India office. Someone is publishing. Yeah, 1 second. Someone is shared a screen. Please remove that person, or I would like to remove that. Someone is shared the screen. Bhagwat, who is Bhagwat? Please don't share your screen. Bhagwat, just 1 minute. Bhagwat.
Yes, said okay, sir.
Yes, okay. I removed that. Now my screen sharing is stopped now. So I would like to share again. 1 minute. It is seen, madam, now? Sharing screen?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. Now we were the filing of the patents from a particular office. So there is all patents are filed, processed under one roof, so that there is no need to think about where we are going to submit. You are seeing my screen, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But it's not come up. It is like in one of us, like now. It's not come up like how we normally share the screen.
Yes.
But we can see.
I will again share. Don't. Now it's visible, I think.
Yes, now it is enlarged.
Yes. We were on the point that where we can file a patent, means Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, these office. Now let us see what are the forms required to file a patent. What are the forms? Let us see the forms. How many forms are required for filing a patent? There are 4 forms required for filing a patent. First is application, second is the complete specification form, third is the request for publication, and 18th is the request for examination. So in all, more than 6,600 fees, and we have to use these 4 forms for filing a patent, and we can file the patent by using these 4 forms. So these are the forms available on the Intellectual Property IPR office of the Government of India. So 4 forms are required. Now types of filing patent is important. Which types of filing we can use for filing a patent? Let us see. There are 2 types of filing a patent. One is the provisional filing and second is the complete filing. Let us see the difference. What is provisional filing? If you have an idea in your mind, you want to file to create an IPR, intellectual property, from that, and if you want to don't lose that article or stolen that title or theme from anybody, so that you just go to filing provisionally. Use form number 1 with particular fees. Just write some few lines about the abstract and just give that particular title, and you can file your patent provisionally. This is the provisional filing of the patent. But patent office cannot grant the patent with provisional application, but we have to file complete form, complete specification within 1 year, and within 1 year you have to file form number 1, form number 2, form number 9, form number 80, and with this particular fees, detailed drawing, draft and sketches. So at that time, patent office, when receive the complete specification within 1 year, try to publish that patent, try to examine that patent, and the process starts for the patent. So there are 2 types. If you have idea in your mind, you can go provisionally and you can file the patent in future also within 1 year for the complete specification. And the basic benefit is that when we file a patent provisionally, it natural thing that we work towards filing the complete specification. So this is a natural attachment with that title, and it's better to go provisionally. Or if you don't want to file provisionally, then you can go directly to file the complete specification. So there are 2 types of filing of the patent. Now let us see that tenures of the IPR's intellectual properties. Someone can't see that, someone can't think that when patents are allowed, they can be enjoyed throughout life, but it's not the matter. Tenures of the intellectual property is particularly given. First of all, patent can be enjoyed 20 years. The rights of the patents can be enjoyed 20 years. Copyright up to 70 years or the life of that author. Designs 15 years, and plants breeder field crops 15 years. And trademark is only life of 10 years, but it can be renewed infinite times. It's the related to commerce industries, so that the industries which are still existing from more than 100, 200, 300 years in the market, they are using the same trademark because they are renewing that trademark every 10 years. Other cannot be renewed after particular years, but trademark is renewed after 10 years. So the organization or the industries which are existing from hundreds of years, they are using the same trademark because people are familiar with that trademark logo, monogram, and they are persisting, they are believing on that brand. So trademarks can be renewed. Now let us see what is the situation of Maharashtra in filing the patent. Its proud thing is that Maharashtra is ahead in all our states for filing a patent. Maharashtra have filed more than 3,000 patents in the year last years. So this data is available on the patent website. So Maharashtra is leading in filing the patent. It's a proud thing towards that. Now about the rights of the patent, someone can see that if you filed a patent, then the rights of that patent should be applicable for throughout the world, but it's not the case. Patents rights are territorial rights, mean the rights are only applicable in the country in which it is filed. Suppose I have filed a patent in India, I can take benefit or enjoy the rights within India, not outside the India. And no, and anyone can duplicate that product, that use that technology without consent of me out of India. So that we have to file the patent more than other countries also, where we want to take benefits from the patent. So that patents are the territorial rights. Please keep this is in your mind. Now you might be having the question that what can I do with the IPR? See, IPR is just a certificate, not a physical property. Then you might be thinking, what can I do with IPR? But word is related to property. So what can we do with the IPR? Let us the question with us. First of all, as we have attached the word property and the rights which are our physical property, the same rights are applicable to the intellectual property certificates. Means our physical property can be assigned for few years for financial benefits. Similarly, our IPR certificates can be assigned within expiry period to someone, those who are interested, for our financial benefits. So it is the first benefit of the intellectual property right parallel to the physical property. Secondly, we can sold our intellectual property to anybody. As we can sold our physical property, similarly intellectual property rights certificate can be sold to anybody within the period of expiry date of that certificate. And the rights of that patentee, those who have filed, goes into vanish when someone purchases that, and the rights of all the patent goes to the buyer who buys that patent rights. So IPR can be sold. Now if you want to gift your intellectual property to your friend, you can give intellectual property to your friend, and so that he or she can enjoy the intellectual property right to whom you have gifted, but not you now from that date. It can be gifted. At the same time, only one person can use that benefit or on which it is given to the gift. So these are the benefits of the intellectual property certificate. They can be assigned, they can be gifted, or they can be sold. So this is the importance of intellectual property. I would like to give one example here. If some organization or industry is having financial crisis because of the mismanagement, at that time that company should not go for selling the physical property of that company, but that company can sell the intellectual property rights and they can recover their financial loss. So this is the importance of our intellectual property certificate in the industry and other things also. Now as our principal madam said that there is stolen of knowledge can happen. So it is the infringement. What is infringement in the IPR? Let us see, this is also important. So what is infringement? Infringement is unauthorized use, duplication or sale of duplicate material. Someone is doing duplication of some product and marketing that product without consent of that original brand or company, then it gives a financial loss to the company of original company. So at that time what happens? It happens infringement in the IP cases. So let us see three examples on the screen. First of all, it is the three products. These looks similar, but these are not same. It is duplicated by someone to the original company. Okay, Ole, Colgate, Bisleri. So just a changing word or just changing a color combination using the same thing. So this comes under infringement, and these are the wrong things. We cannot do these things, and there is huge punishment for the infringement. Let us see an example. Apple has awarded more than $1 billion after Samsung has found copied crucial features of the iPhone. So this company have fined more than $1 billion because of the infringement in IP. Now let us see the next part. Who can submit the patent application? We are the teachers from the senior college. Here there may be teachers from the junior college, maybe from school teacher, students, academicians or understudies are present here. So they might be question in your mind that who can file patent application. Let us see the answer. First, applicant can be filed for the inventor, first inventor. Those who have invented, they can go for filing the patent themselves. So they can file the patent. Investigator can file himself the patent. Secondly, the patents can be filed or IPR can be registered jointly. Means some research supervisor working with students, then all the research scholars and that research supervisor can file a single patent jointly on all their name or with their institute also. It is jointly. And thirdly, through the assignee. Means if you want to go on picnic or any other outstation, and if you want to take rest at your home, at that time you can give a assigning letter to someone and try to file your patent through the assignee, and it can be filed on your name through the assignee. Sorry. Now, fourth is the authorized IPR agent. Means patent can be filed through authorized IPR agent. What are the authorized IPR agent? Authorized IPR agents are the agents appointed by or licensed by the patent office. Means when patent office conducts examination of patent agent, those who have qualified or passed, they get licensing for guiding the public which are willing to file a patent. This is the authorized IPR agent. And the students which are here present on this dais online, they can see that after graduation it's a very simple examination. You can appear this examination. If you pass that examination, I wish all the best to you to pass that examination. It is very simple, and you can get license from the patent office and to start your office or business to guide all the public. So this is important because if someone is want to file the patent, there is no limitation of age or language or literacy or illiterate. Any person can file the patent through the IPR agent. Means if I am illiterate one, then at that time I have an innovative idea in my mind. I cannot write English or any language. I cannot read any language. At that time, if someone approaches to such IPR authorized agent for filing a patent, that can be filed on his or her name. Means there is no age restriction, there is no qualification restriction, there is no language restriction, and there is no occupation restriction for filing a patent. So any citizen from India can file the patent. Is the benefit. Is the college conducting the webinar, national webinar on the patent, and this is someone is thinking that this program is related to only senior college teacher, but not the case. Everyone who have joined here from junior college, senior college or student, they can file a patent themselves. And number fifth, if unfortunately someone dead before filing the patent, that patent can be filed by the legal representative of that person. So patent can be filed at any time. It's the very simple one. Now let us share some news or breaking news on the intellectual properties. Let us see that. One news: IIT Madras faculty and researcher students filed for many as 184 patents during 2020. Why 2020? I am given here. 2020 year was the pandemic period. At that time, the researchers and students from there worked from the home, and they have filed 184 patent. It's a very proud thing to all Indians that one institute files within 1 year 184 patent. At the same time, it includes 9 patents related to COVID-19 inventions. Means at that time there was a need to form some equipment from drugs on the COVID. Nine patents were filed by the faculties which can cure the COVID-19. So it's a proud thing and very best news for us. Now, what are the intellectual property rights in commerce stream? How commerce stream can create intellectual property? This is our one of the aims. Let us see. IP support the development of knowledge-based industry. It is the first option. Second, it stimulates international trade and encourages the investment and technology transfer. Means if we file a patent which is internationally important, it can encourage investment in that machine, in that organization, and it gives a technology transfer, and it is a knowledge based industry for us, to our innovators, those who are working from the commerce faculty. Also, it covers everything from your brand, logo, invention that turn into product or services. Means the product, commercial product you are commercializing, the brand which is using, the logo which you are using, a service you are giving from the commerce side, that software you have developed, all this commercialized under IPR. And all the business need to know that the intellectual property right runs a risk of losing your financially or having their reputation harmed. Means if you are doing some business and someone want to duplicate your product and you find that such product is duplicated, then you can avoid your loss by filing cases, that infringement cases. So commerce faculty is most source for commerce field is most resource for filing patents in the software area or in the marketing area or in the product area or the service area. So these are the thrust areas where the commerce faculties can file the patent. Also this IPR rights allows businessmen to use their invention to gain financial benefits and market leadership over its competitors. Means if your product is more superior, then you can exclude others from the market to in the business and in the competition, and you become a leader of that product, and to avoid the other competitors from your field. So this is the benefit. And let us see, there are two types: industrial property and copyright related properties. So first product means those who are first part where we can file more and patent from commerce faculty or any humanities faculty, we can go in detail. As our principal just said that example of the Darjeeling tea or morning tea. So Darjeeling tea is the product which is our proud of India and which is also filed for the geographical tag IP industry for the registration of the geographical tag. So process of geographical tag is just simple, just filing the application, advertising in GI journal, then examination forms. There is no any opposition, then they can go ahead, they accept your GI and they register the geographical indications of your college or area in the registration certificate you can be issued. Means if there is a product in surrounding area, you can find it and you can file it for the geographical indication and you maybe get the credit of that. Secondly, if you writing do something articles in the paper or in books, depending on the commerce subject, they can be copywritten and it can be created by the intellectual property. Secondly, if you want to create some audiovisual work which is having some commerce subject, depending upon the commerce theme, then they can be copywritten and create the intellectual property. And if you form a visual dramatic work to form the theme, to convey the theme of your subject, it can be formed as a copyright and intellectual property. Carolyn David ma'am saying that we celebrate the Eco Day in her college, means DTS college. So all students were creating their creative things, they publishing their all the activities, they are forming the drama, they are forming the wallpapers, they are forming some equipment. So all this work can be filed or for the intellectual property as a copyright. Secondly, the painting, drawing which are related to commerce subject or humanities subject, they can be created for the IPR, and the sculptures can be filed for the IPR. Also the photographs of your work, those which support to your subject, that can be filed for the that can be created for the patent or intellectual property. The designing of your work, that can be filed for commerce hall. If you want to design one hall useful to the commerce faculty to use more effectively with concentrated to students, that work can be copywritten. And if you perform about your subject to the public place, that can be copywritten and it can create intellectual property. At the same time, if you give some your speech on All India Radio or any live, then it can be it is broadcasted and you get a copyright from that. So you have created indirectly the intellectual property from your speech. So these are the thrust areas where the teachers can contribute to form intellectual property. Now let us see what are the benefits from the patent, what are the benefits from the intellectual property. Let us see the benefits. Protection of your innovation, means when we innovate some idea, that can be protected. This is the first benefit. Everyone want to protect his or her idea. At that time, the patent law can protect your innovation and exclude others using without your consent or permission. Secondly, transformation of your basic research into new products means everyone wants to purchase new product, innovative product, useful product in the market. If you visit to a shop for purchasing a TV, you get a brand product. You want to purchase a brand product which is having more and more features, means it is you want to purchase because it having more and more features, so that your research can be transformed into new innovative product. This is the benefit of that. Thirdly, the author of IPR institute gets reputation. If you have some patents filed from your institute, that author, that teacher, and that institute also get a reputation in the society that this institute have filed this much patent. This is the third benefit. And IPR can attract potential buyers. If you file an IPR, then those who are interested in that patent or IPR, they can contact you for commercializing, for purchasing, for buying your product. So this is also the patent benefit. And ranking of your institute increases. If I filed more and more patent, then definitely the ranking of our institute in the international or national level gets increased. It supports the intellectual property filing to improve the ranking of our institute. And in last, I would like to share an example. Set it, fill it, set it, and forget it. Why I am using this advertise from commerce? In the year of 1986, I think, the Hero Honda have launched the most fuel efficient engine, having the average of more than nearly 70 kilometer per liter or 80 kilometer per liter. At that time, other products like Bullet, Java, SD, Rajdoot, all were existing bikes. But in that background, Hero Honda launched the engine which is having fuel efficiency of 80 kilometers. So it is the very best improvement in the engine, and they have advertised shut it, fill it, shut it, and forget it. Means our researchers, those who are joined here, students or the faculties from this college and other college, I request them to think it on intellectual property, to think intellectual property from your patent, research, or the experience, and then you draft it properly, and you don't forget to file it to apply the patent. It was my expectation, and if someone get inspiration from this speech to file a patent, it will be proud thing for me and for the institute. I would like to express sincere thanks to organizing committee members, including Principal Caroline David Madam, all the members, those who are present here, for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge on the patent. And I will congratulate to all those things for initiating this idea, because I myself have introduced to the patent field after my age of 40. After the age of 40, and you students, you are very lucky. You are introduced to this field through this college and department in the age of 20 years, 20 or near about 20. So you are very lucky. You are very scope to file your patent, to create opportunity to you for career opportunity. Because if you have patents in your hand, so at the time when the campus interviews were organized in college, if they proudly see your patent filing, and you get more and more superior jobs. This is the motto of my presentation to our teachers, to our students, to our academicians. Thank you to all. And if you are having any questions in your mind, please try to ask me. Thank you.
Before we go on to the question and answer session, so this was Dr. Bedkar, an expert on intellectual property right and patent filing. I'm sure all of you have enjoyed his session. He's really very good at it, and his animation, his PPT is really fantastic. And that's the reason I requested him, and I'm really obliged, sir. You said thanks to me on the spot. I'm really obliged, and thank you very much. Now the session is open for question and answers. And the feedback link is shared. Kindly fill up the feedback form. Any
Ma'am,
questions, please?
Ma'am,
Yes.
namaskar. Myself, Professor Dr. Kadam from Solapur. I want to share Dr. Resource person's contact details. If we have any, so we will approach to them. So please,
Thank you, sir. I'm happy you enjoy the session. Dr.
Yes.
Bedkar, sir, how can I share your number on the in the message, or
In
will
message,
you share it on your?
in message,
your
I will write in message.
Okay. Dr. Bedkar is messaging you his number.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm happy you enjoyed it.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes. You, Dr. Yojana.
I am Yojana. Good afternoon, sir. I am so happy to see you here in our college today. I am very much grateful to you, sir, for inviting me as a resource person twice in your college. Sir, because of the GIF you have used here, your presentation has become so live in such a difficult subject. So my question is related to this art of presentation, and that is, so where to find such beautiful GIF freely? So the copyright won't be there.
If you want to file copyright on your presentation, you can file in the Mumbai office, IPR office. You just apply
No,
it.
sir, you didn't get the question. Her question is, you have given a beautiful presentation through the use of GIF. So she wants to know where can we get this GIF so that we are not caught in copyright. Certain
yes.
GIFs are having like patents, right? So we can't copy it.
Yes, sir.
That is the question.
In every research presentation, I try to explain, acknowledge this because I have taken from the internet all these things. But in the fluency, I have forgotten to say that it's the available on the internet, and it's the contrary to that where I have given. So I have to write there means where I have given used that for educational purpose. It can be
Yes, so you
available
can
on
Okay, sir.
message.
yes.
You can write it in the message.
Yes, I will write in the message. Lastly,
I've
one
been up
line.
this person so long.
Is there any particular website or anything
No.
to find this such a beautiful GIF?
No, just you search the letter means theme on that internet, and you give option GIF. Then all the GIF images of that theme can appear on the screen. Just you write that word.
So, sir, it's not very easy.
No, not sir. My question is how to find for free download.
Means those who are available, you can download it and give just thanks to that website after presenting that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we have to give the reference.
Yes.
to that. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
And thank you, and you are also the resource person of our webinar series. I remember that, and for your speech depending that depends upon the that on the theme of that library. It was very useful for us. Thank you, madam, for here also.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Any questions to be asked, or we'll go over the vote of thanks? We'll ask Dr. Fareed Sheikh to give the vote of thanks.
Bedkar sir,
Sorry?
good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
I was seeing today in a different mode to you because every day you achieve. Today it was wonderful and subject of all the disciplines was very useful, and really I enjoyed your entire lecture and especially the presentation skill absolutely fantastic sir, really. But आज आपका नया ये रूप देखा मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई sir. We have to learn a lot from you in this regard because you are an experienced person. So inshallah, we'll also take you as an expert in one of the sessions in our university very soon for our Silver Jubilee celebrations. Thank you so much, sir. And it was a very nice session.
Thank you, Badruddin sir. He's from Hyderabad and joins every day in our webinar series. Discusses intellectually with the resource person, and very best person who always interested in the gaining the knowledge. And I am thankful for your remarks, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very fruitful lecture, sir.
Yes.
The critical subject in simple language. That's we understand.
Okay, sir. I'm really happy that all the audience have enjoyed the session very much.
Professor N.B.
I am confident.
Madam, wait a second. Professor N.B. Chaudhary who have just remarked about this program. He is a retired principal from Commerce faculty. Still, he is engaging daily in the attending webinars and very interesting and asking questions on that related topic. So today I am happy that he is also joined here for gaining knowledge and for distributing knowledge. Thank you, Professor N.B. Chaudhary, sir, retired principal of Mahabaleshwara. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So can we move with the vote of thanks?
Before we formally thank sir, I also would like to tell you that you had brought out this difficult subject in such a lucid, in a very simple language, which I think a layman can also understand, and you have covered everything. That is A to Z, everything was covered, and I don't think you have left anything which a person has to search anyway. So I'm so grateful to you, sir, for delivering such a wonderful, giving us a webinar and the details about filing of the patents. Thank you so much, sir, and I would definitely like to connect with you in future also, sir.
Thank you, Principal Madam. It is because of the Caroline David, because one webinar she was attended on patent just with the link, and at that time she know all these things about the patent, and she want to organize a webinar in your college. So credit of this organizing means inviting is a basic goes to our Caroline David Madam, because she attended so many webinars on the patent and she decided to that, and you accepted her request and invited me. So all organizing committee is going to credit. Thank you, madam.
I would also personally thank Dr. David, because it was only through our efforts that we could approach you and we could invite you to this webinar. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam, for encouraging.
Thank you, madam, because
sir, whether you
this for this webinar.
Whether this presentation is available on YouTube, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, today it is available, and more parts of my, if you
sir,
write better. Yes, it is available lively.
This is available on YouTube?
Yes, sir, it is available. And if you write some Bedkar MM and patent word on YouTube, you can get so many episodes of that from other colleges also. And today's EVT is also live on YouTube. You can enjoy the link of that YouTube also. And thank you, Principal Madam, for encouraging your staff, and you have driven your college in atomic structure, and whole credit go to the leader of this college, principal, and managing directors persons, those who are encouraging to your the faculties of your college. Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir, we have a very hard working in charge principal. She is doing the best for the college.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now we'll move on to the vote of thanks. Pareen, are you there, dear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Yes, please go ahead with the vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank giving is a wonderful job of expressing gratitude to each and everyone for their contribution in the success of this webinar. First foremost, I must thank our Honorable Director, Dr. M.S. Kurade, and our respected Principal, Dr. Sushmita Dakshini, for giving us permission to have this webinar and invite Honorable Principal, Dr. Bedkar of Shri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa, Latur. He is indeed an eminent speaker and known for his credentials. We had heard from Caroline ma'am about him and his greatness in today. We acknowledge it. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful and informative, mind-blowing session. I go ahead in thanking all the dignitaries in the organizing team and all the learned teachers present here to grace the occasion. Lastly, I thank our beautiful audience, without whom this occasion would be successful. Thank you, sir, once again. We would like to have you with us soon on another topic. God bless you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Fareen. It was a
Thank you so much, Fareen ma'am. I would like to thank everyone once again on behalf of DTSS College of Commerce. Thank you, Caroline ma'am. Thank you, Bedkar sir. Bedkar sir, I think the webinar was a perfect example of simplicity at its best. So it was very nice. Thank you, Dr. Sushmita Dakshini, and all the audience and other participants. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. The feedback link is sent on the message. So if anyone is not received it, please let me know. I will paste it again. Ma'am, is it there?
Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you, Fareen. And thank you, one and all, for all your cooperation. Thank you, Shubhida Apte. I thank one and all for your cooperation. Thank you and have a very nice day. With this, I declare that the session is closed.
Thank you to all. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Dr. Bedkar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you
Very
everyone.
much.
Thank you
Meet
so
you
much.
again very soon. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.